10 tomato farming mistakes costing farmers millions. Many farmers work hard for months but still end up making losses. The problem is not always hard work. It is costly mistakes made before planting, during growth, and even during harvesting. I am a farmer, I know the pain. And not to forget, we discovered that one mistake leads to another mistake. They're linked. So, for you to get it all, you must understand all the mistakes. Short and clear. The following are mistakes and their possible solution. Mistake number 1. Choosing the wrong seed variety. No tomato seed variety is bad, but what matters is choosing a variety that is suited to a local climate. A seed variety that is resistant to dangerous diseases such as Fusarium wilt and bacterial wilt. A seed variety that its fruit size and shape is preferred by the market. To add on this, some tomato are used to make soup and paste, others are used for processing, others are used as fresh. Personally, I will prefer a seed variety that produces more and yields more. And then, something not to forget, a seed variety that is certified by KFIS to ensure germination is 95% and genetic is pure. A seed variety is either for open field farming or for greenhouse farming. For open field, we have Zara F1, Kilele F1, Terminator F1, Ansalt F1, and many others. Zara F1 is good in cooler areas, island areas. Kilele F1 is good because it's resistant to soil-borne diseases. Terminator F1 is good because it's gaining traction. Ansalt F1 is good because it produces more fruits. For greenhouses, we have Anna F1, Prosa F1, Tilika F1, and many others. Anna F1 grows fast. Prosa F1 is good for professionalism and mechanization. Tilika F1 is good because supermarkets prefer it. Before we move to the next mistake, always avoid buying cheap seeds from unreliable sellers. Mistake number 2, bad timing and poor planning. At this stage, many questions are raised about what is the right time to plant tomatoes. Before offering my opinions about this, let's first understand that bad timing happens when you plant when everyone else is planting at the same time and month of the year. While poor planning begins with seed choice, market survey, and lack of source of water for irrigation. We are going to see later how water plays a crucial role in tomato farming and profit. Poor planning also comes as a result of poor staggering. I mean, how you spread your crops around the year at different dates. These affect prices in the market, profit from the farm, and supply and demand of the produce. Now, the best time to plant tomatoes is controversial. When it comes to tomato, relying on one end affects the other end. Planting during dry season affects tomato yields and quality. It also increases the cost of irrigation. Consequences such as fruit cracking, diseases like blossom end rot emerge, pests such as whiteflies become rapid, tuta absoluta, red spider mites spread highly. While planting during rain season come with its own consequences, such as blight, root rot, damping off, and losses in many ways, including expensive chemicals. The best way is partly starting with a dry month and ending with a wet month, and vice versa. In my region, we plant tomato as follows. Start of the year, that is late January, February, and early March. And end of the year, that is late July, August, and early September, we plant tomatoes. And this has been working well. Both these months, Guarantee your crop to meet both dryness and wetness to secure yields and market prices. Use staggered planting method to spread your harvest in those months to ensure continuous harvest. You can also blend early maturing variety, mid maturing variety, or late maturing variety to arc the market prices. However, there is a problem: your site. Mistake number 3, poor site selection. Tomato hates waterlogged conditions but loves well-drained fertile soils. Also, while selecting a site, consider water availability and previous planted crops history. Ensure neither tomatoes nor pepper, eggplant, managu was previously planted in that plot. This promotes crop rotation, breaking the chain of diseases. Still another problem. Mistake number 4, delayed pest and diseases control. Many farmers spray after damage is already severe. Most tomato pests and diseases are leaf miner, tuta absoluta, whiteflies, aphids, and red spider mites. Diseases include early and late blight, leaf spot diseases, and many others. For this kind of a problem, there are 3 main solutions. Solution number 1, non-chemical protection or zero chemical. It entails proper spacing, always avoid overcrowding to enhance airflow, staking tomatoes to improve airflow and fruits quality. Avoid overhead irrigation to protect your potential fruits and flowers and also prevent waterborne diseases. Nonetheless, avoid waterlogged field to prevent damping off and root rot. Remove infested leaves immediately, weeding around the tomato stem to avoid diseases spreading. Also, avoid overlapping tomato crops or continuous cropping of the same. You can use pheromone trap for tuta absoluta, yellow sticky traps for whiteflies. Solution number 2 is conduct chemical action. It works when the chemical conduct leaf surface and pest surface. Conduct insecticides that control aphids, leaf miner, whiteflies, and tuta absoluta by conduct actions include umbiligo, that is for tuta absoluta and whiteflies, spinder for leaf miner and whiteflies, decis for aphids and whiteflies, success neo for whiteflies and leaf miner, and belt stand out by having a conduct action and also a systemic action by controlling caterpillar and tuta absoluta. While conduct fungicide or preventive fungicides include oshothen, ilthen, thithen, kenden, and many more. Solution number 3 is systemic control action. Work when chemical penetrate inside plant tissue or pest tissue. Systemic insecticides include coragen for tuta absoluta, movendo for aphids and whiteflies, steward for leaf miner, conifido for aphids and whiteflies, actara for aphids and whiteflies, escort for leaf miner and tuta absoluta. While systemic fungicide include ridomil gold, amista, folica, score, bravo, coude, opera, custodia, and so on. Whitefly is the most destructive pest in tomato because they reproduce fast in hot weather and weaken plant by sucking sap and causes tomato yellow curl virus. Alternate systemic insecticide with the conduct insecticide while spraying. Spray under the leaves, on top of the leaves, and below at the base of the stem, that is on the soil. Combine sanitation and constant scouting to your advantage. Sometimes rainwater comes to help a lot by clearing away the whiteflies. Also, Tuta absoluta is very destructive as they make holes on fruit, causing them to rot. Control them while still leaf minor or egg laying stage. Chemicals such as belt, emeron, escort are good for Tuta absoluta. Bacterial leaf spot diseases is another one. These are black or brown spots on leaf surface. Sometimes people tend to confuse it with blight. These ones are on top of the leaf, while blight appear on the margin of the leaf. Use copper-based fungicides such as funguran to control leaf spot diseases. Do you know that farmers sometimes tend to put more emphasis on chemicals only to discover later that the problem is water? Mistake number 5, overwatering and underwatering. Tomato plant loves consistency. Just like us, farming for profit Kenya, you are always consistent to provide valuable agribusiness ideas to you weekly, at least one video per week. All we ask from you is to subscribe. Subscribe to push our work forward. Thank you. Let us continue. Overwatering and underwatering comes with these problems: root rot, cracking fruits, and blossom end rot, and plant stress. The solution are, in case of dryness, mulch to conserve soil moisture, always maintain healthy roots, avoid excessive nitrogen-based fertilization, avoid irregular watering, and use calcium-based fertilizer when needed. Example of calcium-based fertilizer include Calimax, calcium ammonium nitrate, that is CN, and foliar feed that has been enriched with calcium also play a good role. Blossom end rot is often a water management problem before it becomes a fertilizer problem. Root rot, cracking fruits, plant stress, and blossom end rot, all their causes are interrelated. If you solve one, you have solved almost all of them. We all make mistakes, so do farmers, when they tend to plant more plants in the field expecting to get more yield and more profit, but that is not always the case. Mistake number 6, poor spacing. Overcrowding your field comes with its own consequences, such as smaller fruits. It also harbors pests and diseases. There is competition for nutrients and sunlight. So that you never make the same mistake, these are the recommendation for OPV, that is open pollinated variety, and hybrid variety, that is F1 variety. For OPV, use 75 cm between plants and 100 cm between rows. OPV generally requires slightly wider spacing due to their growth habit and vigor, while F1 hybrid varieties such as Anna F1, Ansal F1, Terminator F1, Zara F1, Krele F1, and the list go on, use a spacing of 60 between plants and 90 cm between rows. How can I talk about spacing without mentioning nursery bed management? We all make mistakes, I agree with that. Mistake number 7 is poor nursery bed management. A poorly managed nursery bed will have these features: overcrowded seedlings, weak seedlings, diseases such as damming off in the nursery bed due to poor watering practices. This becomes a mistake because bad seedlings carry diseases into the main field. And not only bad seedlings carry diseases, they also carry bad traits into the main field, which is a problem. If we don't solve this problem earlier, we're going to have a total loss of produce in the field or a reduction of yield in the field. Farmers are encouraged to monitor nursery bed with keenness. Always avoid overwatering to prevent dabbing off. In case of diseases, use systemic insecticide like Coragen or Escort to clear the problem, and systemic fungicide such as Ridomil Gold to control the calamity. Okay, with that resolved, I am reminded of another costly mistake. Mistake number 8, planting without soil testing. Tomato grows best in a soil with a pH range of 6.0 to 6.8. Below pH of 6.0, that is more acidic, and it causes decrease of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and this leads to deficiency and poor plant health. Above pH of 6.8, it becomes more alkaline, and micronutrients such as iron, manganese, and zinc become less available. This causes chlorosis and other growth problems. So, maintaining a pH within this ideal range is crucial for maximizing tomato yield and quality. Soil testing is good to help us make appropriate amendment when there's problem in pH level. We always use lime to raise pH and sulfur to lower pH, thus helping us to achieve the balance. This is not only to curb fertilizer wastage, but it also shows appropriate fertilizer to apply. Many farmers blame seeds while the real problem is their soil health. With the fertilizer wastage in mind, let us jump to mistake number 9, excessive use of fertilizer such as DAP. We all acknowledge how DAP plays a significant role to supply our plant with phosphorus and nitrogen. But if it is overused, it burns seeds, causes scorching, and causes poor germination. It is advisable to place fertilizer 5 cm away from the plant base. Also note that excessive use of nitrogen can cause fruit to crack. One of the qualifications of being a tomato farmer, you must have faith. Being a person of faith is crucial. Imagine you have all gotten right, but something else, market. Mistake number 10, farming without a market plan. This has proved itself by farmers depending on brokers, causing price exploitation. Farmers are advised to search for buyers before planting. Make a contract with colleges, schools, hospital, supermarket, groceries, and factories. We all know that tomato farming is very profitable, but small mistakes are silently destroying your income. Avoid these mistakes and improve both your yield and profit. All this discussion leads to something, making millions out of tomato farming. No wonder we, Farming for Profit Kenya, the new channel solving farmers' real problems, is here. We're going to discuss every detail about a problem that emerged in the field of farming and make sure that we borrow every advice from other farmers, older than us, so that we can solve it. If you want to never miss this, subscribe to Farming for Profit Kenya and you're going to get everything you need. Thank you for watching up to this far. Together, we farm for profit.